Hello everybody and welcome to Rome. According to a legend, Rome was founded on April the 21st, 753 BC. Actually, it is a symbolic date, but it represents a crucial event in history. Rome, the capital of Italy, is a great cosmopolitan city with an artistic, architectural, and cultural history that has influenced the entire world. Its origins date back to almost 3,000 years ago. Ancient ruins such as the Imperial Fora and the Colosseum testify to the power of the ancient Roman Empire. Our school is located near the Vatican, the seat of the Catholic Church, in the street that marks the limits between the district of Delle Vittorie and that of Prati. Built in 1885, it is among the oldest high schools in the capital of Italy and is well known for the role played during the students' protest of the 68th movement.
Hi, my name is Ludovica. Right now we're in the conference room of the school and I'm one of the students here at Liceo Mamiani. The school dates back to 1877 and it was named after Liceo Mamiani, which was an eminent philosopher and politician at the time, and he also served as the Ministry of Education. The historical archive and the library of the school keeps the memory of the school during the fascist regime, in which the school was turned first into a guest house and then into a military hospital. The school in 1968 was the center of the youth protests, and now, after the development of an experimental curricula, the school offers a classical course of study, a scientific course of study, and also a linguistic course of study.
Hi, my name is Livia, and I'm one of the students at Liceo Mamiani. I'm standing in one of the classrooms of the school. So this building was planned and created by the architect Vincenzo Fasolo, who combined Art Nouveau and modernism with some traditional and classical aspects. The facade of the school has the face of Minerva, the goddess of arts, wisdom, and war. The courtyard is framed symmetrically with two buildings meant to be James Hall. So the entrance hall, on the right side of the entrance, we have the speech of the General Diaz, who announced their victory over the Austrians. Meanwhile, on the left side of the hall, we have the list of names of the Mamiani students who died during First World War.
Good morning, my name is OLIVIA PALMIERI. I'm the coordinator of the Wellbeing Garden Project, and we are here in the garden of the green area of Mamiani. As you can see, the area is now green, and there are new plants that have been implanted by a group of volunteer students. We have a young olive, and then we have two young laurel, and then we have new salads and broccoli on a special container which is movable on wheels. And this project has been created to put into practice the sustainable development goals of the World Health Organization to take care, to preserve a green area in an urban context like this wonderful school. And the other goals, of course, are to involve with their body and soul a group of students in preserving the biodiversity of the garden, which is very rich. You know, we have plants from the Mediterranean area. We have a couple of centenarian ginkgos coming from the botanical garden of Tokyo, and which are all very healthy now. And so the project has started in spring 2019, has been performed by a group of 15 volunteer students. Now there is a new class which is entering the project for the new year. The goal of the project is also to spread this green philosophy by the students to their family, to their friends, to the environment, and because, as we said, if you save the garden, you save the planet.
Good morning, my name is Antonella Santambrogio and I am a teacher of the school. We are in the school library. The school library offers a very pleasant reading room and it keeps more than 20,000 volumes of old, antique and more recent books. It is open for consultation to the school and to the neighborhood. The initial fund was donated by Mr. Liceo Mamiani, to whom the school is entitled. Then other precious acquisitions followed. Unfortunately, the library has been badly damaged during a sit-in protest. The present state is the result of a long restoration project regarding the books, the old furniture, the classical and scientific collections, and thanks to the great works of the teachers of the school, it can now be enjoyed in all its original, magnificent glory. It also contains historical archives and inventories of the spare items and materials that are a witness of the memory of the past.
Welcome to the Mamiani Museum. I want to show you something really special about our school, the permanent exhibitions of scientific collections. Some years ago, a group of teachers and students were involved in a project aimed at restoring materials, instruments and tools that had been left and neglected since then. We decided to recover these exhibits used by the students in the past in order to preserve their memory for the students of today and tomorrow.
When the school was built at the beginning of the 20th century, the educational government plan was that classical studies should take up a leading role over the scientific ones. Even though Liceo Mamiani was a school of classical studies, great prominence was laid on science, maths and physics. That's why the school has many collections, which are important evidence of scientific teaching. However, when in 1923 an Education Act was passed, with a more classical educational perspective, the space for scientific research was slowly to decrease in the following years. At present, all the instruments and tools are arranged in glass cases. The items are exhibited so that they might be openly visible to everyone, on the first floor and on the second floor.
It might be difficult to show you everything. I just wanted to show you some samples that illustrate how our school was like 1 century ago. Here you can see samples of crystalline lattice of minerals that were built by the students themselves, as evidenced by the archival documents. This means that hands-on activities are not a discovery of the present. Students in the past worked with their hands. Here we have a few samples of rocks, lucitite and tuff. They proceed from a nearby area. Close to Rome, there used to be a volcano that had an intense explosive activities. Here we are in the teacher room. Here, teachers have a break between a lesson and another. And here you can see the physical collections on the right and the zoological collections on the left side.
Good morning, I am Andrea Antonelli. I am a professor of mathematics and physics, and we are in the mathematics laboratory. This laboratory is named after Lucio Lombardo Radice, a distinguished Italian mathematician and pedagogist. It is a place where some of the mathematical activities of the school are carried out. In particular, is an environment where some mathematical concepts are made explicit. It hosts a collection of various computing and cryptographic devices of historical relevance. Computing devices on display include slide rule and early pocket calculator, e.g. Texas Instruments TI-30, and a bunch of home and personal computers of the 80s and 90s. And we can see a Commodore 64 and Macintosh Classic. We have a cryptographic hardware on display, includes among others classical CTAL and Caesar cipher. In the laboratory are available various mechanical instruments to experiment with abstract mathematical concepts. The environment of the laboratory is meant to invite pupils to explore mathematics, learn and create something on their own, and see, for instance, the reproduction of the Enigma machine from the Second World War. At our school, we also have a physics laboratory. Outside the laboratory, we have on display a collection of historical scientific instruments.
Our school is not just a museum. Its exhibits live immersed in the real life of our school, while students are in class, while they walk along the hallways, or take a break in the garden. Life at school is surrounded everywhere by the evidence of our history. As a famous Italian writer, Paolo Pasolini, said, "This is the revolutionary force of the past that enables us to build up a brilliant and bright future. We come from afar, but we look to the future."